Hi everyone, welcome back to Wrestling Fun with Father and Son. I'm Father Matt and this is Son.
Hi.
And this is our TLC 2019 reactions. Before we get on to TLC, a little bit of an update on the channel. At the minute, I think after this video there'll be an AEW and possibly a SmackDown review. Possibly not. I want to take a bit of time off from the channel, say a week or two just for the Christmas period for one. Two, for this foreseeable future, I don't think I'm going to do a Raw review because this past Raw was actually very, very poor, and I've seen some of the results from next week's taped Christmas Raw, and that's really bad as well. So for the 2 weeks, definitely not going to do a Raw review. I'm just sick to death of Raw. It's not that good. SmackDown's better, and I think I probably might still do a SmackDown review, but we'll still continue to do the AEW review because they've been really consistent. But that's just a little update. I just need a break from Raw. I've just, like I said, I've just had enough, and if there is anything noteworthy to talk about, then we will do a video about it in the future. But going forward, at the minute, I'm not going to be putting out a Raw review at the minute, and that and timing as well. Sometimes I just don't have the time to do it. So anyway, TLC 2019 started off quickly pre-show. Not much, to be honest. Alberto Carrillo versus Andrade, and Alberto Carrillo won. That's it. TLC main show, New Day versus The Revival for the SmackDown Tag Team titles in a ladder match. This was actually not a too bad match. I put Kofi Kingston was the highlight of this match. He really was. He really did some really cool spots, especially with the ladder. But overall, it was the New Day that actually retained the titles. Next, we had another quite good match. It was Buddy Murphy versus Aleister Black. It was kind of Murphy was kind of I think he gave everything.
Murphy was mocking where before Aleister Black was coming back here.
Yep.
He was mocking him.
Yep, they both did a sit down in the ring, didn't he? Because normally Aleister Black sits cross-legged in the ring. Buddy Murphy did as well. There was a little bit of mockingness as well, especially like trying to get the jacket and trying to wear the jacket. But overall, I thought this was a quite good match, and Aleister Black actually won. And they did follow up on Raw because we are doing this Tuesday, so I do actually know the Raw results. They kind of continue in that feud as well going forward, so I think that's a really good thing. The Viking Raiders come out to do an open challenge. Who answered the challenge?
The OC.
Yep, the OC did. Again, this one wasn't that great.
There was a KFC at ringside.
Yep, KFC table for some reason. They were sponsored or something like that. Anderson ended up going through that table after the match. It was a double count out that was the ending of this match. Again, they're continuing this as well on Raw. To be honest, the Viking Raiders are getting a bit boring to me, and they just keep squashing people, and there's no one really to face them. But anyway, next we had King Corbin versus Roman Reigns at TLC. You'll have to help me here, Kai, because my notes, I didn't actually write too many notes on this match. I put what we've got, security. They went for Reigns, but he took them all out at the beginning of the match as he was coming down. Obviously there was tables, ladders and chairs used. There were quite a few spots.
And Corbin was trying to go for a powerbomb on the announce table, but then Roman Reigns reversed into Samoa drop for the German announce table.
Yep, that's right. Yep, that is right.
I like that part.
You quite liked that, did you? Yeah. Obviously, Dolph Ziggler wasn't too far away in this match. He actually super kicked Roman Reigns, didn't he, out of the ringside, and really, basically, it was an assault on Roman Reigns at the end. It was the Revival came out, Ziggler came out, and Corbin. They all attacked Reigns, and overall, I couldn't believe it. But who won?
Corbin.
Corbin won. He beat Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns just can't get a win on Corbin. It's amazing. I'm absolutely amazed. Next, The Miz versus Bray Wyatt. It was Bray Wyatt. Music was the Fireflies Funhouse. I wondered how they'd introduce him. He sort of come out as a sort of bit of a jovial character. This was for the Universal title. The Miz was very aggressive throughout the whole match, but in the end, it was Bray Wyatt who beat him really quickly in about 6 minutes.
And Bray Wyatt was happy every time the Miz hit him.
Yep, of course, obviously he's a bit sadistic in that. He sort of, there was a point where Miz sort of pulled his arm sort of back and over, and Bray went to the outside, he went to the barrier and sort of smacked his arm back in, like they're saying he's trying to knock it back into the socket. So you've got to say Bray Wyatt won. After this match, The Fiend appeared on the screen, which is a bit of a weird spot, to be fair. It kind of, I think they're trying to say that The Miz sorry, I think they were trying to say that the Fiend was kind of talking to Bray Wyatt there and trying to sort of manipulate him to do things. He went under the ring, he got his mallet. It looked like he was about to attack the Miz with a mallet, only for somebody to appear in a hoodie. Who was it?
Daniel Bryan.
Yep, Daniel Bryan. New look, or should we say old look for Daniel Bryan. Shaven head, no beard. He looked, actually, to be honest, Daniel Bryan looks really young without his hair and his beard, just like he did about 10 years ago in the WWE. And obviously he then attacked Bray Wyatt, only for then the Fiend, only for then the lights to go out, and then Bray Wyatt just disappeared. So obviously we'll see what happens on SmackDown with that one. Then we had Rusev versus Lashley in a tables match. I really, again, I'm not invested in the storyline whatsoever. In the end, it was a Lana distraction, and Lashley won by putting Rusev through one table. Didn't break, and then he put him through another table, and that did break. And again, they're continuing the storyline on Raw. This is another reason why I don't like Raw at the minute. This storyline is really, really getting on my nerves a little bit. Oh well. And then we got the main event. Asuka and Kairi Sane versus Charlotte and Becky Lynch for the women's tag team titles in a TLC match. I put carnage. This match was utter carnage. That's all I can say. There was so many.
So good.
It was a good match, yeah. It was a good match for the high spots and that. There was
me,
chairs,
it
there
was
was
like
tables.
super
They at one point they tied Becky Lynch to the ladder with a big rope.
For me, it was super good.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really good as well. They put Charlotte in a chair and put a kendo stick through it as well. There was a nice spot where they'd actually tied the rope to the ladder. So as I think it was Becky Lynch was climbing up the ladder, they pulled the rope. Asuka pulled the rope and tipped the ladder. That was a really good spot, I thought. But in the end, it was Asuka and Kairi Sane who actually retained in a surprise there. I thought they might not retain. Well, then again, in the predictions, I did say they would, but I thought that would be a way of doing it.
Every single title was retained.
Yeah, every single title retained. Yeah. Then after this match, this is what people have been criticising a little bit, is that they didn't really celebrate Asuka and Kairi Sane winning. They kind of cut away to Roman Reigns, Baron Corbin, a massive brawl with the locker room coming out, and basically I think you'll find in the end it was Roman Reigns. I think he speared Corbin into a big pile of people. They had been fighting during the show as well after the match, so there was a bit of a, to be honest, I thought it was an anticlimactical ending to the match, and they really did take the focus off the women there, which I didn't think was really good. TLC, average. I've seen some people not like it. I thought it wasn't brilliant. There were some not so good matches, to be fair, but there were a couple of okay matches. I thought the Asuka, Kairi Sane, Charlotte, Becky Lynch match was a really good ending, to be honest. A good match to end it. I didn't think it was going to be when I saw that it was going to end it, but it actually turned out to be a really good match. Anyway, like I say, no Raw review because I can't be bothered. That's the long and short of it. Nothing happened on Raw. I don't even know if I'll be watching Raw this week. I've looked at the results. I haven't got around to watching it. I don't know if I'll be watching it. But the next video will be the AEW Explosive Elite review. That I'm really looking forward to. That is going to be good. I'm more passionate about AEW at the minute than I am WWE. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's new and fresh. They're consistent. But anyway, if you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe. And we will see you in the AEW video, which will be, well, it could be Friday. I'm thinking Friday afternoon. So I'll say goodbye. Say goodbye, Kai.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.